Okay. So we cut this part, because this part is going to be the outside and this is the inside. Just give it a little more. So this is outside. So we transfer this part, this piece. We got this part. So we add about 4 or 5 millimeters. This is what we are going to fold it. This part is going to be folded. So now we gotta do this part. It just takes a little practice. You don't have anything like this, you can always use this. Takes a little more time, but it can be done. You can get one of these in the art studio where they sell paints and crafts and okay. Now these are the holes, so these we already okay. Oops. So we just follow the dots. No, you cannot really see it right now, but so down here we're gonna add, because this piece is gonna go over, so we gotta give it about 8 to 10 millimeters, maybe 10 be better. Have a nice and solid. You can either do this and then just to make a nice and straight line. And it's always better to work with a nice sharp pencil, so the line will not be so thick. I can change right now, and you can use a mechanical pencil. Here we have a mechanical pencil. This again, we are in this because we're gonna need to fold this so we can have a nice finished line or edge. This is one way to do it, and then we just okay. So now we got that. You can again use a ruler to cut this. You gotta make sure it's a nice straight line. Okay, so this is about 2 centimeters, and over here is about 2.5. For custom made shoes, I prefer to have enough and not to have enough. And production line is different because any little thing can add to the price of the shoe. But over here we don't really care about that. We just want to be able to have enough to work with once we have the uppers ready. So we got the other piece right here. So that's our base for our lacer boots. This is a size 13. Now we gotta the way I'm looking, we're gonna need to use the same patterns to make our lining. So with this, we don't have to make an pattern for the lining, because in the way this design it is, we can use the same patterns for a lining. For the lining on this one, we might need to take this off so we don't have too much, because this needs to overlap, and when it overlaps, it's going to overlap too much, because it's going to be all the way up here, all the way up here. So we don't really need that. So this is one, and usually it's it for when you're making this kind of boots. In this case, we got two different sizes for this customer, so we gotta do another one. So maybe if you didn't catch something on the first one, you might be able to catch it on this one. So it's gonna be like an extra help of teaching. To make sure these don't move once you tracing it. If not, it's not gonna come out right. So when you cut, you gotta keep a steady cut, so you don't be moving, because this is you gotta follow these lines once you cutting through the leather, so you don't wanna have a crooked line, because it's how you're gonna be cutting. It takes a little practice. Okay. So this is, let's take a little, it's gonna be just for the, it's gonna be the outside, and this is the outside. Oops. We can do that, or we can just do a little, we can do a little cut. This will tell you that is the inside. Okay, so we got the other one, and that one is actually this one is a size 11. You can use a nice solid metal. This one is kind of heavy, but this one is going to allow us to hit this study so it don't move. Actually, we're going to be able to go all the way down, so we don't waste paper. Right there. Okay, so all we need to do is just follow the line. Follow the line. Just gonna be able to mark it nicely. I can put some music on, but it's not gonna be the same as just looking and being, especially you really wanna do this yourself one day, or maybe you already trying to do something and you don't really know how to do it. So this is gonna be very helpful. Because you don't really see this unless, again, you go to school. Not many people, they tell you their tricks or knowledge. And me, I had to learn this from my father, and just by doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shoes through the last 30 some years. Just gonna make sure how these are. Again, you can use a compass just to be precise with this. Just gonna make sure. Okay. Okay, we got all of them, so that's good. got all of these. I think we need to follow this. Might be a little too long for some people, but for those that really want to do this, is I wish I could learn this a long time ago, the right way, but that's how it is. Okay. It's too hard. For you in the beginning, you might be able to use a compass to do this, just to make sure it's nice and even. The way you do it is just using the compass and do all the markings. Now you can see why we're doing two different patterns, because you can see it's wider, this one, and narrow, and this is a 13 and 11, so that's a custom made shoe boot. So we got that, we got this, we got this. So now we need to do the tongue. So we fold it. It's a little tricky. It's called transferring. Okay. So that's our tongue. It's gonna be right there. And then we put it right here just to make sure. Like this one is gonna be just a little long, so we might need to cut it just a little. Sometimes that happens when you transfer in, and then when you twist in. So it's okay. We can use this for both. This one is size 11. I'm gonna be able to use this on both. Okay. Just gonna get our leather ready. And sharp this a little more. Now we're gonna be cutting on leather. So now she choose this leather. It's a nice soft leather. I'm going to take this off. I use it for rivets. But this is on my way right now.